Hi everybody, today I'm going to talk about something else that may interest prospective purchasers of the VFR1200, and that is the shaft drive. Well, I'm in the garage today. It's a bit of a cold and damp autumn day, so inside the garage. Now, normally I talk about stuff that the reviewers or the road testers when the VFR was launched were negative about or complained about. But today I'm going to talk about something that was sort of universally praised, really, and that is the shaft drive. So the shaft drive was seen as a plus for me. It was something I wanted to go touring and make touring more convenient. And the only shaft drives I'd ridden in the past were a couple of FGR 1300s, which were very nice, an older BMW and a very old Motor Guzzi back in the 80s. And particularly the older stuff, you knew it was a shaft drive, you know, just the way it felt. It rocked a bit, shutting off on the throttle, there'd be clunks, and you knew fine well you were riding a shaft drive bike. Now obviously things have come on in leaps and bounds over the years, so I wasn't expecting it to be too difficult or you know, sort of like found it hard to get used to, because I did so many good reports about the shaft drive. And to be fair, when I picked the bike up and I rode it back home from Manchester, about 130 miles back to where I live, various different roads over the Pennines, bit of motorway, fast dual carriageway, and it wasn't until I got back that I realised I hadn't even given a moment's thought to the shaft drive, not a moment's thought, and I think obviously that's a big plus point. And I think the other thing in its favour is that with the bunch of lads that I ride with, if somebody buys a new bike, we all tend to have a go of it, give our opinions. Some people are a bit economical with praise, but what I found was that after riding the bike, not one of my friends even mentioned the fact that it was shaft drive. And it was only me saying to them, "What did you think of the shaft drive?" that they said, "Didn't even realise it was a shaft drive." And I think that's very good praise. So I think from a convenience point of view, it works really well. Obviously, you don't have to mess about with chain adjustment or lubing, but even the dynamics of it, you know, hammering into corners, shutting off the throttle hard, you just don't feel like it's a shaft at all. You just wouldn't know it. Maybe all shaft drive bikes are like that now, but I can only speak for the VFR. And if you think about buying one, yeah, don't worry about the shaft. It will just feel, shall I say, normal. Now look, I'm all for giving a balanced view, so what are the negatives that I find? Well, when I'm coming back from a ride, when the bike is warm, I don't feel it when I'm backing out the garage, but as I'm coming through this gap here, normally my mirror's in there, I've got no gas on, I'm just feeding the clutch in just to get it through this gap slowly, and I get the odd little clunk that I can hear. Nothing that bothers me, but I can definitely hear a little clunk as I just feed that clutch in. As I've said before, my bike still has a bit of a fueling issue when you're just coming off the gas just at very low revs, just on a light throttle, even though it's got that power commander fitted. I must get one of those tyre pressure gauge stickers for that. I still feel it there, so I get a little bit of, I don't know whether it's the fueling or the shaft, I just get a little bit of a clunk now and then. Again, it doesn't particularly bother me, it doesn't put me off the bike one iota. But of course, I can't talk about the shaft drive without mentioning it was recalled. I think the bikes between 2010 and 2015, I mean, they only made it up to 2017, didn't they? And this was with my service history. You can see the recall was attended to, something to do with the constant velocity joint. I don't know what, but that's confirmation that it was done on my VFR. So there we have it. If you're thinking about buying a VFR 1200 and you're just a little bit concerned that it's got a shaft drive and it may affect the dynamics or the riding pleasure, I can assure you it doesn't. It's a lovely fitment. Well done, Honda. Thank you. Bye.